By the way, under those 8 years, before Obama came along, we didn't have any successful radical Islamic terrorist attack in the United States. They all started when Clinton and Obama got into office. All that we know right now is that 2 airplanes struck the 2 large towers of the World Trade Center. We spoke to the White House. There also apparently was an attack on the Pentagon. We asked that the airspace around the city of New York be sealed by military aircraft. We've been informed that it has been, and we've seen military aircraft in the air. So we're hopeful that right now things are secure.
Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscription box, share, like in this video. It's funny. I just heard Mayor Giuliani comments saying that it's never been any terrorist attacks on America before President Obama. I mean, how do you define terror? I mean, John Wilkes Booth shot Abraham Lincoln. What else? Ronald Reagan was shot at. He survived. John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Martin Luther King. Those are terror attacks. I mean, by definition, you know. Oklahoma City. I was in high school when Oklahoma City happened. And the most egregious terror attack that I've ever not witnessed, but been seen with my own eyes. 9/11. I was actually at 9/11 3 weeks. 4 weeks. August 18th, I was in the World Trade Center. And September 11th, as we all know, the towers came down. But I want to talk about something. I was just in New York for the Porter Thurman fight, and I encourage everybody to go there so you can fully understand the magnitude of what happened. It's an open space now with a pool. I believe it's called the Freedom Pool. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's called the Freedom Pool. They have a north one and they have a south one. Now, there, in my eyes, I don't know if I wouldn't say conspiracy theory. I believe it was a plan. It's just no way. It's too many moving parts for 4 planes to get hijacked and 2 of them knocked down the Twin Towers. I can't see that happening, guys. I genuinely believe it was an inside job. Just because, just think about if you say, fuck the FBI, I want to blow up the Pentagon. You will have the FBI knocking on your door in a heartbeat, right? But you can lose 2 planes. You understand what I'm saying? So be cognitive of what the news media is feeding you and what they really, really want you to believe. But I encourage everyone, I don't care if you're American, Australian, Lebanese, Muslim, I don't care what you are. Go down to the Twin Towers. I was just there a month and a half ago now. And you will fully grasp the magnitude of what happened on 9/11. Come on, in terms of size, in terms of landmass, in terms of 100-story buildings coming down. It's just impossible. How the hell can 4 planes get lost in our airspace? To me, that's impossible. Flat out impossible. It was an inside job. And 2, I don't believe an airplane can melt the Twin Towers, because what I believe, this is this may be a primitive thought, but every tall building in New York has an antenna with a light on it to let all airplanes know that they're flying over a tall building or to look out for it, right? 2, if they have that big antenna with the red light at the apex of it, how the hell can you build a building knowing that one day, quite possibly, a small chartered plane or maybe a big commercial plane could actually go into that building and knock it down. Impossible. I don't believe that can happen. Or the fuel. I don't believe that they would build a building knowing that one day this could possibly happen. And they would, I believe architects would build it strong enough to withstand that. I don't believe a building of that magnitude can go straight down. I don't believe it. I maybe it's me being from New York and me having infinite love for that city, but I genuinely believe it was a planned attack. I don't believe it was obviously you guys may say, planned attack, the Muslims did it. It's bigger than that. Trust me. Just go down there and just get a visual of all that land mass. You will be, it's gonna, it angered me because I don't believe it. You know what I mean? And a terror attack can be with one person. A terror attack can be with hundreds of people. A terror attack can be when gangs shoot up a neighborhood, or when they say when a quote unquote white person goes postal. It's saying all these are terror attacks, guys. And matter of fact, I don't even care what the definition of Webster or Google Dictionary say. A terror attack is basically when someone acts out of control and does a deed that's terrible to the other person involved or persons involved. That's a terror attack, and it involves cruel punishment and or death. But Mayor Giuliani is an asshole, and it's funny how he was mayor of the most populous city per square mile in America. My city, my hometown. I'm talking so much I forgot to play the clip, so I'm gonna play the clip, but I'll play it now, and I'll also play it in the beginning and then talk, because I got so involved in this video. But it's just amazing how people can literally fool you. Mayor Giuliani though went way left, and me being from New York, I want to strike the word mayor and just call him Rudy Giuliani. So I'm gonna play it now. I'm gonna play it for you guys. I'm also gonna play it in the beginning of the tape so you guys can hear it.
By the way, under those 8 years before Obama came along, we didn't have any successful radical Islamic terrorist attack in the United States. They all started when Clinton and Obama got into office. All that we know right now is the 2 airplanes struck the 2 large towers.
If you guys can't see it, there's a video of him talking with a still shot of President Bush Jr.
We asked that the airspace around the city of New York be sealed by military aircraft. We've been informed that it has been, and we've seen military aircraft in the air. So we're hopeful that right now things are secure.
So now as you've heard him and you realize how ridiculous he sounds, how many presidents have been assassinated or attempted to be assassinated? That's an act of terror. Oh man. I don't know. That's a great conversation to have, but I don't know why there are so many terror attacks now in America. I don't know why, but this summer has been a rough summer. I mean, worldwide. I mean, man, too many deaths. It got so bad that I literally didn't hear about these terror attacks until 2 days later or a day later, because I was honestly too afraid to cut my TV on. I remember after the police, Alton Sterling and the kid in Minnesota, I didn't cut my TV on the third day because I was like, damn, is this shit gonna happen again? And now that you see Orlando, you see France, I believe. There are a few other places too, but it's just been an egregious summer, man. Summer 16. This ain't what Summer 16 what Drake envisioned. You know what I mean? This wasn't his. This is barbershop conversation, guys. It's just rough when I'm visualizing all these mass murders that's been taking place this summer, and I consistently have thoughts to myself too about there's no comeback from death. I don't think we fully understand it, and I've had the pleasure of I think I've been to Australia 5 times. I can't, and the only city I've been to in Australia is Sydney. But I'll tell you a cool story. I stayed in King's Cross because that's the cheapest place. That was the cheapest hotel room. But everything else is so close. You know what I mean? You literally can walk or catch the train or the bus. And there was a drunk guy on the street, and they call it getting the paddy wagon or the paddy. And there were police don't carry guns there, to my knowledge. Maybe the laws have changed, but I remember the police not carrying a gun, and they told the guy to get into the back of the paddy. That's what they called it, the paddy, and he literally just got in the back of the paddy. You know, it's just amazing how human behavior is predicated upon external variables. You know, and this country has an absorbent of resources, quote unquote, for the positive, but when in actuality they're built for the negative, you know. So anyways, that's a whole nother topic that I believe we can discuss at a later date. But barbershop conversation, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Rudy Giuliani, as you see, I took that M word off his name, and he's not even left or right. He's crazy. He's delusional. You know, he's obviously not running for public office again. He actually tried to run for president too, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways, he tried. Oh yeah, he did try to run for president because he tried to capitalize upon his popularity from 9/11. You know, he was on TV every damn night. You know, he was like America's darling, throwing the first pitch out the Yankees. Throwing the first pitch out the Yankees game, wearing his Yankee hat, wearing his bomber jacket. I remember when the Yankees were in the playoffs, and him sitting on the first base side with whoever. I can't recall who it was, but I remember those visuals. So diehard Yankees fan, and I remember that. So barbershop conversation, guys. Again, feel free to hit the subscribe button, share my videos. I truly appreciate it, and I'll talk to you on the other side. Appreciate you guys. Peace. And just to add on to this video, guys, I know I just ended. I want to add it on. I listened to it and forgot to say, we need to stop associating terror attacks with Muslims and ISIS, because cut on your local news. People are terrorizing your neighborhood. People are terrorizing your city. People are terrorizing your country, and they're the same color as you. Whether you racist son of bitches ago to say black on black crime kill on my channel. Yeah. But America kills more people for the sake of freedom and Christianity all over the world than probably any country in the world. So just keep that in mind. Remember, I'm not criticizing the people who fight for our country. I'm criticizing the system that the people that our 4 or 5 branches of military fight under. So just keep that in mind. Barbershop I gotta go because I got a strike. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.